of attrition, you're not winning. What's up guys, Cheese Overlord here. Today we're going to be progressing an Attunementless Saltchemist build for the Soulthorn. If you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get started. So before we hit the trial of 1, make sure to invest all of your starting points into Charisma. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, the whole thought process I had behind making this build was like, okay, so the Soulthorn has a 40 intelligence requirement to equip. So I was like, why don't I just invest another 35 into intel for Saltchemist? And that's pretty much it. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas for synergies with the Soulthorns, please comment them down below, because quite frankly, I have no clue what else I could have done with this build. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is hit 55 Charisma for all of the Charmcaster talents and the important Charisma talents. For our traits, we're just going to go the usual, 6 Erudition and 6 Vitality. Actually, scrap that. We're going to go 6 Vitality, 2 Erudition, and 4 Proficiency. Alright, so now that we're done investing into Charisma, we're going to go 50 into Strength for Strong Leap and all the other Strength talents. I'll explain why we're getting Strong Leap later. Alright, so now that we're out of trial and we've hit 50 Strength, we're going to begin investing into Fortitude until we hit 50 to get to the finish, reinforcing its talents and the other important Fortitude talents. To get the XP to do so, I'm going to kill Ferryman, and then I'm going to head to Fort Merit to deal with Brutus for Fortitude points. Alright, now that we've hit 50 Fortitude, we're going to begin working towards 80 Willpower for Heretic Sutra, Piercing Will, Unfazed, and a bunch of other important Willpower talents. Alright, now that we've hit 80 Willpower, we're going to reroll one of our rares for Piercing Will, and then we're going to go to Layer 2 to get Heretic Sutra. Alright, now that we've gotten Heretic Sutra, we're going to prepare to use the Shrine of Order by putting 1 into Agility, 1 into Intelligence, and 1 into Medium. Alright, so for anyone who wants to double check their talents before using the Shrine of Order, here are the important talents you'll want from Strength, Fortitude, Willpower, and Charisma. So from Strength, you'll want Unwavering Resolve and Showstopper. From Fortitude, you'll want Unfazed, Grand Support, Exoskeleton, and To the Finish. From Willpower, you'll want Piercing Will and Heretic Sutra. And from Charisma, you'll want all the Charmcaster talents and Golden Tongue. Now that we're here at the Shrine of Order, your post-Shrine stats should look like this. 30 in pretty much everything except Willpower. Go ahead and click yes, and from here, we're going to invest into Intelligence until we hit 75. Alright, so I should have done this while I was in Depths, but we're going to use the Shrine that you can reroll a mantra for another mantra to reroll Strong Left for Revenge. And while I'm in the Etrine Luminant, I went ahead and did the Library quest to potentially get one of our medium mantras, as we have here, Master's Flourish. Make sure that before you power up, you drink and brew a couple potions so that you can start rolling the potion talents. Alright, now that we've hit 75 intelligence, just dump the rest into medium until you've invested all of your points. And just like that, we've invested all of our points. Now that we're on to min-maxing, I think the first thing we're gonna do is max out Saltchemist. Actually no, the first thing we're gonna do is equip the Soulthorn, but then we're gonna get to min-maxing Saltchemist. Here it is. Behold. Model looks pretty nice. I don't know how I feel about the critical being unusable unless you land him once, because I think that just instantly makes this weapon a lot weaker compared to others. But I guess if the crits are good enough, then it's justified, right? There we go, maxed Saltchemist. Alright, I think the move here is, since I already leveled up all of my mantras, I think we head down to layer 2 to get more knowledge for min-maxing our talents. Almost forgot to do the talent quests. Alright, so before heading down to layer 2, I went ahead and decided to make the 3 pots that I'd be using for this build. Now, while potions 1 and 2 are set in stone, the third one might get swapped out. Now, the potions we're running are the Insanity pot, throwable of course, and the HP healing pot, which is drinkable. Now, I said earlier in the progression that I'd explain later as to why we're picking up Strong Leap as our mobility, and I'll explain why now. Vertical mobility is the best way to confirm your healing pot. Now, if you've ever used Saltchemist before, you'll know that drinking a healing pot makes you vulnerable for maybe like 2 to 3 seconds, which is a lot of time. If you use Strong Leap into your healing pot, a majority of your chugging duration is just straight up unpunishable, which increases the reliability of these healing pots. Oh, and if you're curious as to what we're running for our third potion slot, we're just using the Sanity regen. That's just in case if I accidentally slap myself with the Insanity pot. But yeah, I quite frankly have no clue what else I'll run here. Hey, this might be important information to those progging Soulthorn builds, but as of the game's current version, July 20th, Soulthorn does not have PvE scaling. So, if you're soloing Etheron, I would recommend putting on a different weapon. Now, the reason we are back in layer 2, even though we have 189 knowledge right now, is because the murmur I plan on using for this build is Rhythm. Rhythm is like arguably the best murmur for ganking, so here we are. As much as I want to take Blood Scourge, I think I'm gonna take Sacred Field here. Well, quite frankly, I have no clue what resistances this has, but I guess we'll test that out later. The build has been finished. For those who are interested in my talents, here you go. Here are my mantras and their modifiers. And this is my final stat summary. But yeah, I believe this build is ready for Chime, so let's get started. actually see his weapon now. This guy realizes that in a battle of attrition, you're not winning. this guy's... Alright, here is my final verdict regarding this build and this weapon in general. This build is completely carried by potions. I will not even lie, like, yeah, I really got no words. It's, yeah. Now regarding this weapon, I'm not gonna lie, like, I really mess with the really low cooldown crits, but it's only effective if you land your M1s. And if you're playing extremely passively, which Saltchemist kinda demands, then you're not gonna get the full value out of this weapon. I might make a better build. I might just slap this on a Thunder build, I'm not gonna lie. I can play really aggressive on a Thunder build, but for this build in particular, I don't think it really works well. So if for anyone looking for Soulthorn synergies, don't just go Saltchemist because, oh, higher intelligence requirements, so like, yeah. But yeah, future note, I don't think I'm ever gonna make another just raw attunementless build ever again. This is like the most boring build I've ever created. Like, I am not making a build like this ever again. So yeah, if you want like a Soulthorn quadruple attunement build of Doom, subscribe so that you're here for it. But yeah, thank you all for watching. This is Cheese Overlord, and that's all.